I'm really excited because I've just discovered in this little town of Bon Kong, outside of Sukhothai, Kun Renu. Sawadee krap. And Kun Renu is the proprietor of a fish sauce factory, or Nam Pla. Now, if you haven't used fish sauce before, the minute you open it, you'll find it's pungent. The aroma is overwhelming, and that's because it's made from putrid fish. What they do is they actually take small fish, about 2 to 3 inches, 5 to 7 centimeters, the cheapest fish that's in the market, because the bigger fish will actually fetch a better price, and they'll salt it with about 2 parts salt to 3 parts fish, and they'll put them in these huge concrete vats. Within a year, and that's really 1 year, the liquid is ladled off, and then it's brought and put into these vats like this. And after it leaves the vat there, it's come to this drum and it's brought to the boil. Now, this is slowly brought to the boil because of the natural firewood, and that's actually used because of convenience, but it does help improve it. And here, they're actually cooking white sugar. They're bringing it to a boil, and they'll throw it into this at the boiling point and cook it for about 4 minutes. It actually gives a little bit more flavor. It's ladled off and put into these vats, which are quite hot, and they're allowed to cool. Now this is going to take about 4 days because of the terracotta retaining the heat, but it's left in the open air. And after the fish sauce has been boiled and cooled, it's then put in these baskets, and this is very starchy. It's salty, and it's lined, and it drips like this, and it creates a wonderful clear liquid that actually is exactly like this. The next time you make a stir fry, use fish sauce instead of soy sauce to make this a truly quick stir fry. Dice everything into small pieces. I'm using 2 carrots, half a bunch of Chinese chives, 1 onion, and when you have really hard ingredients like carrots that take a long time to cook, put them in some boiling water, blanch them real quick, and then they'll stir fry within minutes. Likewise, use cooked meat. Here I'm using a Vietnamese pork roll called Yaloa, but you can use anything from Berliner to mortadella to bologna, even hot dogs or frankfurters. Plus, in true surf and turf mode, about 1 pound or half a kilo of cooked and peeled shrimp. So if you're using king prawns, jumbo shrimp, slice them lengthwise. For an exotic taste, I'm adding lotus seeds for crunchiness. Just soak, then use a toothpick to remove the bitter inner green bit. Then boil for about 20 minutes and they're ready to use. And a dozen dried shiitake mushrooms. Soak in hot water for about 20 minutes. Trim the tough stems. And dice. Now that you've done the hard work, the cooking is the easy bit. Heat your wok before you put the oil in. Ooh, that's nice and warm. Add the onions, followed by the mushrooms, carrot, the optional lotus seeds, and the cooked meat. Stir fry for about 5 minutes. Then add the prawns, chives, and at the very end, add the fish sauce. This is because you don't want it to cook down and become too concentrated. About 2 tablespoons is fine. This is stir fry with a difference. Oil a large bowl. Carefully pack in some hot steamed rice. Then a generous layer of stir-fried vegetables, followed by more steamed rice. Now turn the bowl out, and yum!